telling you that Fulani herdsmen came to my local government area in Uzuwan and slaughtered 140 something people. That I need man that have been trained as security. I need steady light. I need camera to protect me. And you are reading the book of Isaiah. Ni burugom jewa nama book of Matthew. No sin opuna batam ga bungozi. 10,000 shall fall at my right. 20. That book is a murderer book because it's not working. We are dying. People are dying crossing from the sea to Europe. Many are dying in prison in the Asia. Some has been grounded by engine. Many are dying in motor as the tankers are burning us. Dangote trailers are killing us in daily basis. And the religions are not even trying to fight the politicians to put all those things in order. Create job for us. Rather, they tell us that Jesus will do all those things. Jesus will protect our travel. Jesus will give us money. Jesus will give us job. Jesus will give us light. Even some of them are even praying under transformer. A pastor leading his congregation to pray over transformer so that the transformer will give them light. Are you kidding me? Does it mean that you don't know in the eastern part of Nigeria where you are living, you don't know whom the authority to give you light is in his hand? You don't know where he's living. So you cannot storm where he's living. You cannot chase him out of Nigeria. So that you have the same steady light as his children is having in America, in Canada, in Europe. And the pastor is leading is leading his congregation to a transformer, to pray over transformer, so that transformer will supply them light. What are the future of those kids there, closing eyes, laying their hands on that transformer? What is their future? What are you teaching them? Telling them you are degree in the book of Isaiah that God said. Who told you that God said in that book of Isaiah? White people. Because they wrote a book. Because they wrote a book and told you that your God in Africa, in Nigeria, in Abia State, in Anambra, in Enugu, in Ogun State, traveled from Africa to Europe and explained himself to the white people and asked them to put it on a writing, on a piece of paper. Your God traveled from Africa to Europe and they explained all those promises that have been promised you in the Bible to the Europeans, so that they will put it on a piece of paper for you. And they use it to generate more than $300 billion. Europeans use the manufacturing of Bible, sending to Africa, create more than 5 million job opportunities before the Chinese now take over. Chinese is making more than $100 million from Africa in the name of manufacturing Bible, sending to Africa to read for prosperity. They are using the money to develop their land, to reduce crime, to create job for their children. And the black man is opening that Bible to the great word for prosperity in the book of John that was being written inside there by Chinese. When you go to a place where Chinese are producing the Bible, you see a steady camera there monitoring the Bible so that it will not be stolen by anybody, so that they will not bear loss. But you as a black man will purchase the Bible and use it as a security. We're not crazy, my people. Enough is enough. It's not the time that black Africa, my heart is bleeding, that black Africans should wake up and start to plan their life and start to reason. All those things you are looking for in the church, in the ministry, because we are brainwashed by the agents of this religion in Nigeria called pastors and bishops. It's being done to the citizen by the government anywhere in the Western world. Even long life and prosperity is being given by man, by good government, by providing good environment, good medical center, good caring. And that is why when you travel to Europe, America, you see the elderly ones of 100 and something years. 75 years elderly people in Europe are still driving bicycle. Do you have an elderly man of 100 years today in your village? The answer is no. In a black man country, we die at the age of 65, 70 because of our burdens and the lack of medical checkup and lack of good facility to treat our sickness, because our own healing has been written in a book by the white man that built one of the most standard hospital for the animals, for the dogs, for the pigeon and the rat. The black man still don't want to reason. The white people promise you in a book, a black man will open his mouth boldly to preach to millions. That Bible said if Jesus did not guide the city, that the securities are doing for nothing. Are you kidding me? Telling the world, telling people, the citizens, the kids, that if Jesus did not guide the city, that the securities are doing for nothing. Are you serious? Are you serious? But your country, whereby Jesus is the soldier, DSS, Air Force, police officers, people are being slaughtered every day. Your Reverend, one of the camp presidents, Reverend Lawa, was kidnapped in that country where Jesus is the whole security. And he was kept under the custody of the Boko Haram for 3 good months. And the church leaders hide the story. They were pricing them 300 million secretly with all those their power, those vision, those things they can do undoable. None of them used those power to confront Sambisa Forest to release their member, their camp president. They died in the case until that man was slaughtered by January time like a goat this year. Still, that's your book where Jesus did not guide the city. Nobody can do anything. Never go and save him. In the same forest, it's still the same place. Boko Haram kidnapped American citizens last 2 weeks. I'm not saying last year. Last 2 weeks. In this October 2020. And Americans sent few soldiers, about 8 soldiers, with their fastest fighting jet in the world. I did not say in America. The world's fastest fighting jet. When Boko Haram see the jet, they run away, because when power jump power, the lesser one will run away. If not, only that 8 soldiers would have destroyed all of them immediately with a bomb. And they picked their brother last 2 weeks. Practical, done by man, and your own is a spirit in the book. Did not guide the city. If the world, God created the world empty, and the Americans fixed their country with their hand, Europe the same thing, you fail to fix your own. Why are you still brainwashing people that God will come and do it? Did God fix anything on this earth after creating heaven and earth and sea? Did he fix good road, all these things we are praying, asking God, did he fix it again to any country? Even to Israel. So why are you using the name of God to deceive people that they will receive job opportunity? Protection is their portion. Okay, those that are dying, that means they are children of devil. The only story black man is saying every day in Africa, white people have staged black people that the only topic a black man knows from morning to night is talking about God and Satan. God and Satan. That is the only story. Go to Facebook. See how every black man has turned to pastor and prophet and prophetess. Have you come across any white man pastor doing rubbish in that Facebook in the name of praying? Like Africa. They are firing what? So this is a special announcement. If your kid have lost in the church in Nigeria, in any church in Nigeria, write me, inbox me, or you send the message on this phone number here. That is my WhatsApp number. We are out for them because some of them have buried a lot of kids. Many kids have lost in the church in Nigeria just because they want to drive private jet. They want to do juju and drive the most expensive car. And some of the family don't even have money to go and report to the media. Some of them will even go and report to the authority. They will not look into their case because they are poor. So now is your opportunity. If your child have ever lost in any Nigeria church, write me on WhatsApp now or you inbox me. Let us continue fighting this evil, these demonic people that are destroying our land, that makes our people not to reason anymore like a normal human being. Why can't a black man wake up? What is happening? Everything I'm saying, I am giving you instances. And you want to come and use story that have never happened in all those things you are reading in Bible. Tell me one thing that have come to pass in your village, in your state, in Nigeria as a nation, in a black African country as a nation. None of them. But I am telling you now what is happening in America, what is happening in Dubai, what is happening in Japan, and you still want to use the same story to convince me not to believe in reality. Look at those people we are taking care of in the hospital. All those surgery that has been done to so many women and men in our land. Do you see us calling any spirit? Do you see us praying? Do you see us giving them olive oil? We follow the normal procedure. The problem of Africa is lack of planning. Planning, preparing is the highest prayer, the highest noise we will make to succeed. Preparing and planning. What is happening to us? Why are we dying prematurely? For crying out loud. And we are happy, saying it is the will of God. Why it is the will of British? Because they will never want us to live. After enslaving us practically, they use this modern slavery to enslave every black man. Look, imagine them calling me on phone. Don't I want to be rich? That I should turn my foundation to prayer ministry. Sometimes I will call some those pastors, reverend fathers, that their name are being held very well in Nigeria. Then we will book for a 4 days crusade. That how they used to divide the money is after the crusade, they divide the money into 3. One is for the person that I called for the crusade. Then one is for me. One is for expenses. Then I, Matthias, Zach, Job 4, we host a crusade to extort money from a pure water seller, from a pregnant mother who is selling pure water, whom her child is breech, and she don't have money to undergo surgery. She don't have money to undergo a surgery. And the pregnant mothers died carelessly out of that mistake and poverty in Nigeria. And the church are not creating any room for them. Rather, sending them to Carol, sending them to beg money. After begging money, they use it and build school. Their children cannot build. Keep on wandering in the church. This is just one of the examples. Keep on lavishing. Keep on going to night vigil, killing your kidney. Time is supposed to go and rest.